market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
This whole narrative of this tax cut plan helping the rich is just a political talking point, and it's inaccurate, Nancy. Your views.
Wow. Okay, that's what Maria's telling us. These tax cuts that we gave the large corporations, she's trying to claim that it's really good. It's helped us. And it hasn't helped us, not at all. In fact, here's what's really interesting. I'm going to play the whole clip, and they're talking about how the fact that we gave the big tax cuts to the corporations were really good, and the fact that the low-paying service jobs, wages were finally going up, that was good. And they're wrong on both counts. Having wages go up on low-paying service jobs, whether it's retail, healthcare providers, bartenders, waitresses, fast food, counter workers, cooks, institutional cooks, hospitals, so forth, cafeterias, all that, chambermaids, shelf stuffers, that's bad. Here, let's play the clip, then I'll tell you why they're both wrong.
This whole narrative of this tax cut plan helping the rich is just a political talking point, and it's inaccurate, Nancy. Your views.
Those policies really encourage companies to reinvest in this country, and it's investment that creates jobs by the private sector. And so these trends have been unfolding. You saw it in the unemployment rate at 3.5% last year.
Look at, they did not reinvest. Let me explain what's going on. First of all, while we are happy to see pay increases for our lower paying jobs in the service industry, we're happy to see that. We are, when they get raises. But here's the problem with that. When they get raises, remember, it's tied to a tightening in the labor market. Now that means that we're getting an expansion in the wrong end of our economy. We're expanding into the service sector. The service sector is expanding. Low-paying jobs are expanding. You can't grow an economy with low-paying jobs because you need, what grows an economy? What grows an economy is startup businesses. And where do you get the startup businesses? From the middle class. And where the middle class work? Well, they work in manufacturing, construction, and mining, and drilling, these higher-paying jobs. And with these higher paying jobs, they have disposable income after they pay all their taxes and bills. So they start up new businesses. And it's the middle class that grows our economy. The middle class is the foundation of our economy, always has been. And those businesses they start is the backbone of our economy's growth because they provide 72% of all new jobs. They got it all wrong. They're saying, well, this is good that we saw the economy's getting better because the low wage players are getting paid more. No, that means the economy's getting worse because it means that the large corporations, and remember that the middle class are tied to the larger corporation. And the economy expansion is tied to these stronger corporate profits, these high-paying jobs. But we're not seeing corporate profits. But what are we seeing? We're seeing stock prices go up without corporate profits through stock buybacks. So the middle class is disappearing while the service sector is expanding. It couldn't be worse. In fact, in the last job numbers, we saw, the service area, we had less and less jobs in that area, service area, where we really need to see from this pandemic, we want to see these people coming back. We want to see the people come, all these people who got laid off because they worked at restaurants and so on, want to see them coming back. But the problem is we saw more jobs coming back from the manufacturing, construction, and mining, but they're a small part of our 160 million jobs. There are only 25 million jobs of our 160 million. The balance is all the service sector. So the service sector keeps growing, but you only can pay a waitress so much. You only can pay a bartender so much. You can't grow an economy from that group because you just can't pay them enough. You can't afford to pay them. Especially fast food restaurants, they work on small, thin margins. They can't afford to pay. That's why they're always complaining, well, raise minimum wage. Oh, you put them out of business. They don't make a lot of money. I mean, you kill 2 hot dogs, you're out of business. You lost your profits for that day. So, no, Maria's got it wrong. We're in deep trouble, the economy, because we're not expanding our economy. And the expansion has to come from manufacturing, construction, and we're in real trouble. And when you don't have a strong middle class, you're really screwed. Because that strong middle class who work for manufacturing, construction, and mining, and drilling, and all those, that's where they get good jobs. And they're the people who start up businesses. And if you lose them, and you lose their startup businesses, you're in real deep trouble. You're in deep trouble because startup businesses provide 72% of our jobs. 72%. So to say the Trump tax cut was a gift to corporations, not to the Main Street worker, and that gift was squandered because these companies never put that money. If a company they saved in taxes $12 million, they should have put that money back into business investment to increase productivity, to increase wages for our middle class. No, they didn't do that. These Trump tax cuts didn't help us because I'm talking about for the large corporations. Remember, he wanted to mandate it where the corporations, if they got that tax cut, they would have to be mandated to put that money back, the tax savings back into business investment. And Larry Kudlow talked him out of it. Remember that? Kudlow talked him out of it. So now what are they doing? They got all these tax cuts, and none of that savings is going into new machinery, equipment, into productivity, which means our middle classes aren't getting wage increases. Oh, so Maria and everybody's all excited about, hey, remember before the pandemic, boy, the waitresses, the bartenders, and so forth, this retail guys working, selling shoes and shirts, their wages went up. Yeah, I'm happy, but that's why our economy's in deep trouble. They don't get it. It used to be once when you had rising stock markets, and higher stock prices, that was always a signal to CEOs to increase business investment, which would increase productivity, which would increase wages, savings. Then you get spending, which is 72% of our economic growth. That's how we grew as a nation. We haven't grown since 2008, because since 2008, 2009, we've been depending on printing money and keep printing money and keep buying treasuries, keep getting interest rates lower and lower, keep giving the money to the CEOs to move their stock price up without profits, and then even worse, start monetizing the debt. Have the Federal Reserve's going around and buying all the debt from companies so they don't go bankrupt. This is crazy. And when they say they're going to keep rates low for 3 years, what are you, nuts? That's a sign we're in deep trouble. Why do you think the market's down today instead of up? More when I come back, and some good stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
We're saying that race will remain highly accommodative until the economy is far along in its recovery.
There's a retail sales boom. There's a consumer spending boom. There's a manufacturing boom. There's
all kinds of booms. But here's the problem with those booms. They're being generated by debt. I mean, when you have the Federal Reserve keeping interest rates zero for this long, you are in deep trouble. That's telling you the economy is not doing well. When you raise rates, it tells you the economy is doing well. When you keep rates low, it's telling you there is a big problem. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. That's what it tells you. That's the signal that, wait a minute, can it be this bad? We got to keep rates this low for this low. I mean, think about it. If the economy is so dependent on zero interest rates, what, 3-4 years now? I mean, something's wrong with the economy. You have to be an idiot to think it's not. And by piling on more and more cheap debt, it's going to make the crash even harder. And that's why I want you to be prepared for that crash. And that's what I always say to you every day. Please join my gang, because 85% of you will never get out of your stocks in time. Yes, we're doing terrific with stocks going up because stocks go up. How can't they? Every day they just get pushed up. You don't have to have profits anymore. Look at our Caterpillar. We're up over 30%. But I know the market's going to crash. But we're up in our Schlumberger 35%. I'm talking about a year to date. 35%. Year to date. Our Apple, we're up 48%. Nugget, 38%, and so on. So, yeah, fine. We're benefiting. But every member of mine, every gang member, has got to be prepared for the crash. In the meantime, we're finding some good opportunities. Look at the airlines. I had my members buy the airlines when nobody wanted them. Take Jet, Jets. That stock turned green on around August 24th at around $17. And it went up to about $18.80. And it's still green. That's a 10% return. 10% return. Maybe somebody got 5%. Maybe somebody got a 6% return. It doesn't matter. The point is the chart was right. When it turned green from red, it told us that the institutional money was now buying the ETF airlines, and we should be in there, and we bought it. And then it will turn red when it tells us to get out. In fact, we have an extra color, yellow. It'll turn yellow even sooner. It identifies that the institutional money is coming out. I mean, it can't get you any better than that. Here's another airline of ours, the individual, Delta Airlines. It turned green on August 24th at around $27. Today's at $33. Still green. A 22% return. Now, I'm not saying every game member got 22%, but even if they got 5%, even if they got 6%, 8%, 10%, as long as they got a piece of this, and that's all I want them to do. They don't have to get the whole thing. If you were making a return of 5% every month, you know what kind of return you have at the end of the year? That's huge. But the key is, as we are in Delta and it's going up, we know the market can crash any moment. But guess what? It'll give us a warning. It'll turn yellow first, then it'll turn red. I know you don't believe this when you're listening, but why don't you just get it for 10 days and see if I'm telling you the truth? Over 10 days, you're going to say, well, this thing really works. But here's what doesn't work. When they keep lying to us, I mean, you got to understand, when they're telling us, like Carlos telling us, all these booms, the problem with the retail, people are spending and they're going into debt. Because when interest rates are near zero, it creates a demand. People want to buy autos, they want to buy furniture, they want to buy this, they want to buy that. So that creates a demand. That zero rate creates a demand. That's inflation. The first part of inflation is when we go ahead and they do all the printing of money. That's the first part of inflation. And inflation is a killer. And then, when they print the money to buy treasuries, bring interest rates down to zero, so to create a demand to get you excited to go out and buy, you start buying. And as you start buying, the demand for these products start going up. That's called inflation. And people are using credit cards or using anything. I mean, the debt is getting higher and higher and higher until that point that people just can't handle any more debt. And then the economy slows, just like it does with every crash. The next thing happens is deflation. The economy slows. Then businesses, to drum up more business, start dropping their prices. They start laying off people. That's when everybody gets in trouble, and that's when you go into the crash. Every crash is the same. This is no different. The only thing is this crash has been delayed because they continue to keep rates near zero. But remember, they are contradicting themselves. Listen to what Powell says.
We're saying that rates will remain highly accommodative until the economy is far along in its recovery.
Yeah. We're going to keep rates at zero until the economy's moving along. What he's saying is the economy's not moving. We got to keep rates at zero. So how could that be good? Just like when Maria Bartiromo said, "Oh, isn't that good?" Everybody in the low-paying sectors are getting wage increases. Well, that's not good. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad they are, but what I'm saying is not good for the overall economy, because that means people in manufacturing, construction, mining, drilling, and all the high-paying jobs, which are being exported, they're not getting wages. And when middle class don't get wage increases, your whole economy has had it. But still, in the meantime, there's still some stock opportunities between now and the election, and you should be in this market. You just got to know when to get out, and the chart tells you to do that. I'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1-900-020.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. We have some stocks. On a day like today, what we do for our members, we're looking for stocks that are stronger than the market, meaning when the market's down a couple hundred points, we find and identify the stocks that aren't going down. Those are stocks that are called relative strength. Those are stocks that are going to do best. And we're starting to find those in the oil patch. You know, you have to go to areas that have been beaten up. Now, how many people got into Apple and Microsoft and Facebook in the last 4 weeks, and now you're hurting? Look how they're collapsing. Those are pure shorts. But if you were with me and you had my chart, you would have been out of those stocks. I mean, God, I'll prove it to you. Just for 10 days, use the chart. Look, if you went to, let's take Apple. Okay, Apple. If you have a mobile device, take a look at this. Look where it went from green to red. Green to red. I mean, you can't do any better than that. Green to red. And in fact, here's what's really interesting. It started to turn yellow. It started to turn yellow, okay, which gives us a real early warning back on August 20th. And it started to turn red on September 14th. Look at that. So it turned yellow, identifying for us that the institutions were starting to pull money out. That was August 20th. It was still going up. Stock was still going up, but it was telling us you got to be careful. So my members could start taking profits. And then it started to pull back and stayed yellow, and then it turned red. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Look, I'm trying to reach out to help you. Okay, 85% of you never get out of the market in time. You don't. But in 10 days, you just look what we do with this color-coded chart. You're going to see, God, this thing works. Every day at 2 o'clock, we take our member portfolio list. And Steve, who's the head of our education department, with his team gets together before 2 o'clock, and they go to the color-coded chart and identify what they should be doing with their stocks, our members. And then we post it. Like, for example, he talked about, here's Apple today when he posted it on the video. This was on the video.
Go ahead and add to your short on Apple and put your stop at 115.
And then he just keeps going on and explaining what to do. How could you not do well? Okay, so go to my site, philsgang.com. Check it out. It says products, and then you'll see the products come up, and then you see the color-coded Pro 2 stand out. And it says working investor, which means you get the chart and you get the membership free for 10 days, okay? All right, let's go on and talk about, they lowered rates for 3 more years. Are you kidding me? You have to be out of your mind not to take that as a message, something's severely wrong. But it doesn't mean you stay away from the stock market. Doesn't mean you don't buy stocks. We're making money on the way up, even though we know the market's going to crash, but we're going to be out in time. I just explained to you what happened with Apple. Perfect. Matter of fact, if you go and take a look at Microsoft, same thing. And Apple, we were up in Apple about 48% return. Now, don't buy it because of the 48%. Don't join the gang, rather, because we say we're having a 48%. I never want anyone to join the gang based on our gains. I want you to join the gang based on, you know what? For the first time, I can get out in time. You think your broker's going to call you? Now, here's Microsoft. If you have a mobile device, take a look at this. It started to go, it turned green again, okay, at $200. And then it turned yellow around $232. So from 200 to 232, it was green. Then it turned yellow. So on September 2nd, are you kidding? So September 2nd, we had that gain, whatever it was, we had a 16% gain. We were able to save that gain because it started to turn yellow. Started to warn us, and then it turned red. I mean, what's better than that? And that's Microsoft. Same thing with Apple. Same thing with Facebook. Same thing with Netflix. All these stocks that are collapsing right now, people are getting hurt. We're not. In fact, we're turning around and making money as they go down. But again, you got to understand, who is making this money? Remember, when they started, it used to be when stock markets were going up and stock prices were going up, it was a signal to CEOs to increase business investment, which they would take money, buy new machinery, new equipment, and then their productivity would increase. And then you're working at that factory or that oil well or whatever, or you're a construction worker, you got part of those profits. Your wages went up. And when wages went up, you went and spend. And when you went and spend and saved, the economy grew. And for those who are the middle class, they were saying, I'm going to take I'm going to open my own little business. If you're an electrician or a carpenter, you say, I'm going to have my own business. And that's how we thrive in this country. That's all stopped because of the stupid zero rates. Zero rates. So now what's happened is you got stocks going up, but it's no longer a signal for CEOs to take money and invest it back into their business. It always used to be, but now stocks are going up because they're fake. So we got interest rates down to zero. Now they're saying they're going to keep them there for 3 more years. And we got stocks going up, but CEOs aren't putting money in their business. They're taking the money and buying their own shares to artificially move their stocks up. So think about it. You got rates at historic lows. They're going to stay there for 3 more years. And stock prices going up, but it used to be when they went up, it was a good thing because CEOs would do business investment. But now we got stock prices going up with no business investment. No business investment. But yet stock prices are going up. That tells you, something is wrong. But it doesn't matter to us because we're going to be on the right side of this transaction regardless. So who's benefiting from all this? These zero rates and the stocks are going up. Who gets all the money? Well, it's the top 1%. If you are in the top 1% of the population, you're capturing 33% of the stock wealth or gains. What does that mean in dollars? $500,000. If you are in the top 10% of the population, you capture 80% of the stock. You control 80% of the stock wealth. Or in dollars, that's $3.5 million. That's who's making all the money. But let's take the 40% of the population. Those are the ones Larry Kudlow comes on here and says, oh, we're doing so good. Look at this. Everybody's making money in their 401k. Everybody's making money in their 401k. That's not true at all. That's not true. He's saying these market rallies are lifting all boats. No. If you're part of the 40%, your boat sank. Your boat sank. You went down to the harbor. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. Because 40% of the population that he brags about and says, oh, they're doing well now. They're all these 401ks are doing terrific. No. 40% of the population, you know what they capture? $10,000. The 10% captures $3.5 million. The 1% captures $500,000. And 40% of the population, a lousy 10 grand. Are you nuts? And here's the problem. The middle class is disappearing. So the best thing to do, please, I'm reaching out to help you. We'll get you out in time. But also, you're going to make money when the market's going down for the first time in your life. Join my gang, Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back. Remember, get your ticket October 23, Sarasota Hyatt, 7 to 9 p.m. We're going to have a conservative summit. It's sponsored by Salem. It's going to be myself, Larry Elder, Sebastian Gorka, Charlie Kirk. Will be at the Sarasota Hyatt, 7 to 9 p.m. To get all the information, get your tickets, you can go to my site, philsgang.com. So it's going to be a fun event. So please do sign up early. And when I say it's filling up, it is. I'm not just saying that because it's limited. All right. Now, I want to play this again. Oh, by the way, I know I said this to you when nobody wanted gold. When nobody wanted gold, I kept begging you, please join the gang. Please join the gang. Join for 10 days free anyways. And you're going to catch gold with us. And for those who didn't, gold went up, 68, 70% return. But that's not why you should join the gang. Because you should join the gang because when gold went up 68, 70%, we knew when to get out. We knew when to get out, take our profits. because the color-coded technology tells us. That's why you join. But listen to this nonsense.
A rising tide lifts all boats. That's what those census data showed, without any question. You know, higher wages, lower inequality. It doesn't get any better than that.
So he's saying there's very little income inequality. Maria Bartiromo lies and says, oh, it's terrific that all the service workers, their wages are going up. No. That's wrong, because when service wages go up, it's wonderful. We're happy for them, but it tells us the wrong end of the economy is expanding. We need to have the other end expanding, the high-paying manufacturing jobs, the high-paying mining jobs, the drilling jobs, construction jobs. No, they're not getting wage increases because their sector is not growing. The only reason why wages go up in the low-paying service sector is because when everybody's in that sector, it's hard to get labor. There's a shortage, so you have to raise your labor. Well, you're going to pay them. But you need to get it up on the other side, the manufacturing, the high-paying jobs, where the middle class is, and that's not happening. Now, here's the real problem. On top of that, there's tremendous inflation. He says there's no income inequality. Really? Then how come inequality in our country is the highest it's been since the Census Bureau started to track it some 20 years ago? The data shows the truth. We're in the midst of the nation's longest economic expansion, and the separation between rich and poor is at a 5-decade high. And here's what people don't realize. You, the worker, is getting robbed. $2.5 trillion every year. They're stealing money from you. You're getting robbed. And what does he say? Oh, no. What does Maria say? Oh, no. When you listen to these fake business news networks, just remember, when the stock market crashed and we had the housing crash, remember what Larry Kudlow said. I see no housing problem here. We see no housing crash here. I don't see a housing crash anywhere. Maria Bartiromo. It's on fire, it's on fire, it's on fire. They're always wrong. The Federal Reserve is always wrong. They should be raising rates. To sit here and let people just keep going into debt, keep spending more than their income, this is going to be a bigger crash than ever. But that's okay, because we're going to make money in the crash. But in the meantime, they're going to postpone this crash by doing exactly what they're doing. Coming out telling you lies. Telling you to keep go spending. That's why they do that. They want you to go spend. This is unbelievable. All right. So, and by the way, they keep talking about the 401k. You hear Kudlow, he says, all boats are rising, right? The stock market's rallying and it lifts all boats. Well, remember this. Half of the households do not have a 401k. The other half who do, 38%, aren't contributing. Because they can't. Their expenses are killing them. Health insurance. Their student loans, they don't have extra money. They can't do it. So the 401k, okay, he says are up 20% since March. Yet he purposely misleads you into thinking stock wealth increased 20% when he says that. When it's shares, not stock wealth. Think about it. With all of that 20% increase coming from retirement accounts, if you own just one share or 1,000 shares, you are counted the same in that 20% calculation. Your increase in wealth from a stock market rally is always proportional to the number of shares you have. So when he even lies about this, boy, 401ks are up 20%. No, they're not. That's misleading. Stock wealth didn't increase 20%. Stock wealth has to do with how many shares you have. Not up 20% across the board. It's not raising all boats. And for 40% of the folks who work, their boat is on the bottom of the ocean. It didn't come up. So what do we do? Look, All I know is that the 1% of the population, they're capturing 33% of all these stock gains. If you extrapolate it into cash, 500,000. If you're 10% of the population, you're capturing 80% of the value. In dollars, that's 3.5 million. 40% of the population, you're screwed. Those are the people who says that all boats are rising. A lousy 10 grand. You're getting nothing. Inflation kills that. Right? So, join my gang, and I can tell you one thing for sure. If you join the gang for 10 days, it's free. Just use the color-coded chart, and you'll see what I'm telling you is the truth. That when stocks are ready to turn over, start going down like Apple. How many of you got caught in Microsoft and Apple? A lot of you. My members didn't. Because first of all, Apple turned yellow going all the way back to August 19th. Today is the 17th of September. We got a big warning. And before it even turned red, when it turned red in September 14th, so they got a huge warning. Same thing with their Microsoft. Same thing with Amazon, Google. These all started to turn yellow before they even turned red. But look, the only way I'm going to convince you is, again, if you just come to my site, philsgang.com, sign up. It says the Pro 2, color-coded chart, working investor, which means you get the color-coded chart, and as a working investor, okay, every day you get a membership, and that means every day our portfolio of stocks, Steve does a video at 2 o'clock, puts it up for you, and every stock in our portfolio, the video tells you exactly what to do. It's not going to get any better than that. It's not, really. All right, so when you're talking about these 401ks, they are going to get slaughtered. The 401k as a defined contribution plan is failed compared to the pension as a defined guarantee plan. I wish you would just get out of the 401k and switch to the spiders. Put your money in the spiders. If you put your money in the spiders and nowhere else, and when it's green, you buy, and when it's red, you sell, you'll make so much more money you ever could in the 401k. It's failed. When they changed from pensions, which was a guaranteed plan, to the 401k, a defined contribution plan, they shifted the responsibility from the employer making sure you would have adequate income when you retired, and that your standard of living, okay, would be the same as when you were working. But when they shifted you to a 401k, a defined contribution plan, you got screwed because now it was your responsibility, not the employer. And what do you know about stocks? Nothing. So you can't, a 401k is the worst thing in the world. So join my gang. Go to philsgang.com and see where it says products and sign up Pro 2, the Working Investor Group, and I'm telling you, you're going to love it. I'll see you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.